Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing smart curtains. These are extendable. This is your rod right here, which extends very nicely. This particular model extends from 88 inches to 158 inches, but the company also sells another model that goes from 159 inches all the way up to 244 inches for your massive windows. This is compatible with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant and with the Tuya app. And comes with a silent motor right here. Now you will need an outlet for this. This is not battery powered. So if you're going to be mounting this in your theater room or in a location, you can either use an extension cord with cord management, or you can go ahead and have an electrician install a nice outlet. If you are wondering, tip to the motor tip over here, that's about guesstimation 3 feet or so of cord length. And what's nice about these smart curtains is you don't need a hub to connect it to your smart devices. To use it, all you need is your Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa enabled devices. Now backing up this shot here, this is my full remodel. This is going to be eventually my theater room. I'm going to have some new windows installed here and here. So what some people do is they actually have their projector screen right here, or a motorized one. Let's go ahead and back that up a little bit so you can see here. And then what they do is they have the screen motorized up above, curtains. And so it's just like a movie theater. They tell their smart device to open up the curtains. With these smart curtain openers, the curtains open up. The screen drops down. That's a really cool idea. I might consider that, but I'm going to be installing them right here. I'm not sure if this is exactly going to be my permanent spot, but this is a nice distance that I can mount them, give a little bit of shade to my puppy Bria right down here. And what's nice is that this space actually fits the 88 inches. I'll have to extend it probably about 6 inches or so over. So we'll go ahead and mount it right up there, and obviously using shorter curtains for this display. And obviously using shorter curtains, you couldn't use full-length curtains. They would droop all over the daybed here. Again, this is a full remodel, so we're going to be redoing this area as well. But the aluminum track can hold up to 220 pounds. No curtains are going to weigh that much, but just giving you that option. So in the box, which was super large, that's why I have everything out already. You have all your mounting hardware here, your drywall hooks and screws, your clamps for the runners. We're going to show you all this. You have a remote control with screws and drywall mounts as well. And it's actually a really nice remote control. The frequency is 433.92 megahertz. The distance is 80 meters. And turning it over, it has a mount with 3M tape if you want to use it that way, or you can use the screws and anchors as well. So it has a nice little clip in. You could have that mounted somewhere for easy access. Here's your motor here if you are wondering. You can go ahead and pause that, look at the rated torque, etc. But we'll go ahead and listen in how quiet it is once we do have it installed. And then they also give you this little track right here. I'm not exactly sure what that's for, maybe clicking in the bottom or the top. I'll let you know what this is when we get to it. And if you haven't already noticed, we have a 3-prong plug for our motor. And there are 4 ways to control these smart curtains. Number 1, of course, we've already mentioned with your Google Assistant, Alexa. You can also control it with the app control as well. And then there's also a very slight manual pulling, where you give it a manual pull and it triggers the motor to operate when you give it a little manual pull. So let's say you don't have your phone anywhere near you. You can grab the curtain, give it a slight pull tug, and the motor will click on and give it a run. And of course, the 4th option, which is going to be your remote control. So you got all your bases covered, which is great. And just like all my videos, in the description box below is going to be this exact same smart curtain, where you guys can read more about it. Pick one up yourself after the video is completed in the description box below. Let's get started with the install. All right, the first thing to do for install is adjust the length of how you want it for your space. If you're going to be using it on a window, then you want to make sure you get it above the window. If you don't want to block the window, or if it's mounted on a wall with much more space, then go ahead and adjust it accordingly. How to adjust it is right on the ends here of each side. There's this little flip tab there. And right here as well, I've flipped that up. A little tricky with one hand, but then they adjust and move accordingly. When you snap that back into place, it will be nice and tight again. All right, next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna turn it on its back so it's facing up, and you see your little runners right here. They give you 40 of these. I don't know if you need them all, but I put 20 on each side and had to put these in. So I have this side all the way down here, and all you do is you simply get in at an angle like this, push it down like that, it pops in. I don't know how to get them out if you don't need them all quite yet. There is a screw on each side right here. You could remove that and swing it up and pull it up, or just pop it out, but be careful. So I have 20 on each side, and obviously they're behind this area here on each side. Then install your side hooks, which are going to go right on the end here, pressing that down right on the end so it looks like this on both sides. You have a notch right here on the end, so slip that in, and then go ahead and clamp that down. Probably 2 hands would be better. Okay, flipping it over on the side, you're going to find the bracket here that has the 4 screws in it here. One side only has 2 like this one. You want to find the other one. Mine is on the left-hand side, and you want to loosen these 2 screws here. That's going to flow, or remove them entirely, and that's going to give you access like that. Butt up this side against your runners, butt up this side against your runners here as well, and then tighten back down those 2 screws there. All right, next, this is what's called the baffle, this long strip, almost like acrylic strip here, and that is for the exposed belt area here. It's going to be green, so however you adjusted this, you're actually going to see this right here. So you put this baffle, you cut it to length. Now this is probably either A, going to be the permanent position, or when I install my main rear window of my house, I might reinstall it somewhere else. So I'm going to skip this part for right now, but you would cut this down to length and clip that in right here. And this is all in the directions that are provided, and they have a video on their Amazon link as well, which is in the description box below. Baffle goes on the front portion. That's why you would have the baffle. And so you don't want that green exposed, so you put the baffle on so that is not visible. All right, now let's talk about the mounting brackets here. So there's 2 different sizes. There's a larger one that goes for the double channel, but where you extend it, you have these small ones here. They're recommending about 20 to 31 inches between brackets. I have mine about 21 inches or so. Now for the single channel, they actually give you quite a few of them here. So I got 1 at the end of each because I'm not extending mine very far. And there's 6 small ones total. And then the larger brackets, they only give you 3 of these. And you simply turn it like that, pop it out. See how there's little grooves there? Put it in like so, turn it like that, and these are adjustable. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get the middle bracket in first to hold it in place, and then these will adjust on you to swing where you need them to swing, and then go ahead and use the provided screws and mount the remainder of it. All right, once you have it installed, I actually use the studs on 3 of these, and then on the end I use the drywall anchors, but I was able to find the studs because this is a remodel. You actually can see the drywall screw touch-ups right through here. I definitely recommend pre-drilling a small hole and then screwing in your screws. So we have the rod up. It looks great. And as you can see here, it definitely is low stream, which means it's not blocking my windows, which is awesome. These are vinyl windows, and look at how it just goes straight above it here. That's looking absolutely fantastic for a low profile design. Now the motor's not too heavy, but don't skimp out. Definitely put a bracket over here on the left side because this does weigh a little bit and you don't want that sagging on you. The motor installation is actually very easy. See this little tab right here? That I actually faced to the back, slipped it in, and then rotated it clockwise towards myself. And then this little tab clicks in right here. This will actually move off to the side a little bit and have a nice little flush look to it here. Again, with your white vinyl windows, you have a couple different options. If this is on a wall, you could have your outlet mounted up here out of the way. You could have it behind the curtain for cord management. With my windows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tack this in like this here with some maybe some cord management tacks and then bring it down. Unfortunately, it's not long enough to reach my outlet right here, but that's okay. We'll use a small extension cord for right now. All right, and I just want to clarify, in case you have an outlet on your right-hand side, you can mount that motor on the left-hand side if you're looking at it like this, or the right-hand side of the curtain bracket rod if you want to right there. So let's say your outlet is closer to the right if you're looking at it, mount it over there on that corner. Obviously, left corner. It looks super sharp. Obviously, the cord management isn't perfect right now, but looks super sharp with the white windows, blends in just beautifully. You can barely even see that bracket up there, which looks a lot better than I anticipated. The motor does blend in. You could probably remove that little sticker if you really wanted to as well on top of the motor. Now we need to go get my curtains. We'll show you how to connect those. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to show you the curtains. Now, obviously, this is not perfect for my setup. Right now, I'm gonna live with it until I find some custom curtains. Now, let me talk you through some setup key features. Obviously, there's a gap here. Now, it depends what kind of curtain you have and the length and size. Most of you will not have. These curtains are actually folded in half to be able to go into the bay window here. But if you wanted to close that gap for your bedroom, if you have, a full window, then what you do is you use your runners once again stretched all the way over. Now, when you do put it together, loosen these screws back up, the top one, so it's able to go ahead and move. Obviously, I have way too many runners here. I'm going to try to figure out how to remove those. So however many clips you hang in, go ahead and put the runners. Now, you don't have to put those runners in like right away. That's what the directions say, but you could actually almost do that after everything is hung up. Now, obviously, I have two clips right here. Now, this is just your cheapy clips and some Walmart blackout curtains that I had from my old theater room. You guys will have much more pristine than this, but I'm letting you know you need to hook in at least one here. I just hooked in two. You can hook in three if you really want to right here. And then again, due to your length, so you want to go ahead and again, loosen these top two screws up here. Go ahead and move it so it folds over. So there's no, if you're very sensitive to light, it folds over so that there's no light coming through right here. And then tighten it back up when you're ready to roll. But I clipped in one here first and then clipped in the last one. And then you work your way over here like this. These, once again, are just your cheap little Walmart hooks here. And again, I have too many runners right there. I used just the runners, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on this side. I think only 8 on this side. And that's where your baffle will go ahead and mount in. So definitely cut your baffle down to size if that's your permanent location. I still think because my vinyl windows and everything is white, the motor is very nice and out of the way, kind of hidden, not very like, boom, there's a motor right there. Obviously, in a perfect world, one more little cord management little hook over there would be beautiful. And in the perfect world, I'd like to put some sort of craftsman style, I forget the actual term, but it's 4 curtains and it like hangs up right against there. So it would like screw into here and come down. And what it would do is it would cover all this right here, so you don't see any of these hooks or anything like that. And if this does become the permanent location, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and back it out to wide angle here, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you some really cool features. So first off, the manual. So you take your curtain, and if you wanna open it, go ahead and give it a little tug here. And right about there, the motor will sync up, and it will go ahead and open up right there. You do need, once again, to hook it up right here because this is what goes and this is what follows here. So I actually could open this a lot more if I get rid of all these runners here that I'm not using. Then it would actually push back more. And so keep that in mind as well. I do need to get rid of these additional runners for more openness. If you don't want it to open as much, then you can set your parameters or leave your runners in there. The app does have parameters, which is kind of cool. And real quickly, same thing we're gonna go live right here with you. Same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and tug it a little bit, and then it will go ahead and pick it up and go ahead and shut right there. Very nice. Now, I'm not sure where I put my remote control, but unfortunately, my remote control did not come with a battery. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come with a battery, but that's going to be a 3-volt C2032 if my eyes are not deceiving me right here on the box. So I do need to pick up a battery for my remote control. But now I actually have an Amazon device with the A word. I'm going to go ahead and edit out the trigger word so you don't have to worry about your devices. But again, I'm on my wide angle lens now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now I set this up with the app and directions state this. I actually have other smart devices with the same app, so it was super simple to set up. And what's crazy is that I didn't even have to do a smart command for open or close because it's linked up as smart Wi-Fi curtains. She already knows. So check this out. Open up theater curtain. Very cool. I also renamed it in the app whatever I want, and that will be the trigger word. How cool is that? Again, be even cooler once I remove those runners, and that pushes all the way over that way and that way. Close theater curtain. Very quick response too. I'm out here in the country. Our internet's not super fast, and that was live right there with you. Very quick response. All right, folks, we're in the app now. This is the TUYA app, and these are my devices right here. Once again, I have named it Theater Curtain. Let's go ahead and tap on that one. You will need to give permissions to it, and right up here in the top right corner, you click on that, and that's where you can go ahead and rename it. Link it up with your devices right there. Looks like it even does third-party control for Yandex. Of course, Google Assistant, like we've already talked about, and the Amazon one, which I don't want to use the trigger word. Top right, click on that, and you would rename it whatever you want to rename it. Now, check this out. Now, this actually, my first go around, it didn't respond, so I actually had to use the close or open feature down in the bottom middle of the app. So if you hit that button right there, then it opens up like that there, and then you could actually pause it if you want, and it will actually tell you I'm open about 10% right there. So check this out. This is a really cool feature. It has this picture right here. And check this out. So you go in about 45%. And it kind of goes like that there. 44%. And so it looks like it kind of glitches for a split second. See that picture right there? Let me see here. Let me go in. Here, let me go in. What is that, closing all the way? Hold on 1 second. Let me go back to... See, this is where, for some reason, it's not functioning perfect right there. Let's go ahead and close them. Okay, so now it's picking it up. So that might be my Wi-Fi. So now it's working. So again, depends on your internet connection, but it should have been all the way closed. So let's see here. Let's go live right here with you. So my initial testing... Again, the first time it kind of glitched a little bit. And again, that could be my Wi-Fi. Could be the app. Okay, there we go there. Had to hit that a couple times. So, again, could be the app. Could be my Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and go live right here with you one more time. Okay. I hit it 2 times. Okay, so now it picked it up. So a little bit of a delay in my Wi-Fi, seems like. And then that picture right there says closing 100%. And it will... close it up there. Let's go ahead and try that one more time with you guys on camera. Goes back to 87%. And we'll just stay right here with you. Yeah, then the app went back to 100, so it's a little finicky with that custom opening of the shade. Now see, that worked there. Let's see what happens here. 84%. I thought I did a little bit less. So let's just keep it going here. 43%. Let's see what happens. See, then it closes again, and then it goes to 65%. So yeah, something a little glitchy with the app. Maybe the developers can see this and go ahead and fix that. This again is on Android. That is just one other option you can use if you don't want the remote control. See, then that's kind of weird. Went back to 73%, but nothing is moving there. So app needs a little bit of tweaking, but voice feature has worked every time with my Amazon device. Manual with remote control once I get my battery. That's a win in my books. Only con would be the app or not coming with a battery for the remote control. Okay, now I'm going to show you the noise. It's actually very quiet. Close theater curtain. I'm going to be quiet now. So if you were the first one to wake up, let's say in the morning, you could open up the curtains. Let's say you're trying not to disturb somebody. Close the curtains before bed. That's so quiet, that's not going to wake anybody up. Now, with that said, what's really cool about using this with your smart device like Google or Amazon is in their apps, you can set schedules and functions just like regular lights. You can group stuff together. And so you actually could open up your curtains at a certain time. You could close your curtains at a certain time. This is phenomenal, especially if you wanted, right now, it's getting dark here in Colorado about 8:45 p.m. So I could schedule it every night at 8:45 p.m. I could have these curtains close. At 8:30 a.m., I could have them open up. That is an awesome feature in those apps. You have to do that. It would also be nice for their Generation 2 to have a faceplate completely covering that whole entire area there, so that if you do have a setup like mine, that wouldn't be noticeable. The company does offer extension cords, so definitely check out the link below. They do offer an extension cord portion for that, and they also offer side mounting, so you don't have to go into the ceiling. Some other folks mounted it on their back wall, and so that's an option as well. So definitely check out the link below to see what other people are saying about it, or anything that I missed in the video that I did not cover that you're more intrigued about. Go ahead and look at that link. But just like all my videos, please don't go into debt for anything that I do make a video about. But if you guys have the cash and it does intrigue you, go ahead and purchase on away. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like videos like this, definitely thumbs it up. Helps the channel and the YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe again if you like videos like this, not to mention when I get this full theater set up in the books and DIY house remodel videos and tech videos as well on this channel. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.